Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to do the last part for chemistry Regent for August 2018. We are in the last part, part C. Question number 66. So we have a reaction, carbon solid react with water and energy, heat, to give me carbon monoxide plus hydrogen. Set in terms of rates of forward and reverse reaction. What occurs when dynamic equilibrium reaches in the system? So when we have dynamic equilibrium means the forward equal to the backward. So the forward rate will equal to the reverse rate reaction. Okay. Now, in your answer booklet, draw loss structure electron dot diagram for me, please. H2O. So I have the oxygen attached to hydrogen. We know that the oxygen has 6 electrons in the valence shell and the hydrogen has 1. So that's going to be the structure. Or I can write okay. So I can replace the 2 electrons for the bond by the bond. Okay. Explain in terms of collision why increasing the surface area of the hot carbon increase the rate of the forward reaction. So increasing the surface area, increasing the probability of collision, which is going to increase the rate of the reaction. Rate of reaction. Question number 17. 69 to 71 related to that part. So based on table I, explain why there is a decrease in the temperature. Okay, so I go for the table I. Here is table I. Potassium nitrate, and here the delta H is positive 3489, means this reaction is endothermic, means need energy. That's why it's going to absorb the heat from the surrounding media, and that's going to make a drop in the temperature. Determines the percent of composition. So I have to go to the last one. Percent of composition equal mass part over whole times 100. That's the percent of composition. So I go, he said in mixture 2. So the mixture 2, it has 5, and the total you have to add both of them 15 times 100 is going to be 33.3 round percent. Now, compare the freezing point for mixture 4 with the freezing point of water at 1 atmosphere. So what happened here, we have solute. So increase the solute, increase the boiling point, and decrease the freezing point. So the freezing point for the mixture is going to be less than the freezing point for the water. Okay. So for question number 72. On potential energy diagram in your answer booklet, draw a double-headed arrow to indicate the interval that represents the heat of the reactions. So first, this is an exothermic reaction because I have energy in the product. So the exothermic reaction, the energy for the reaction, the the energy for uh, the reactant is more than the energy for the product. So in that case, the difference between the energy levels between reactant and product, that's the delta H, or the heat of the reaction. So that's the heat of the reaction. Determine the number of moles. So that's stoichiometry. So we react with carbon monoxide. So we need oxygen and carbon monoxide. So oxygen is 2, uh, carbon dioxide is 2, while oxygen is 1. So the ratio is 2 to 1. Now he said we have 8 moles for carbon monoxide, and here's what's missing. I do the cross multiplication. So 2x equal to 8, so x equal to 4. So actually, we are going to have 4 moles of oxygen react. Now, uh, catalyzed. So we know that the original reaction is like that. When we have a catalyst affecting the activation energy, activation energy. So the peak is going to be less, but I still have the same energy for reactant and product. So that's going to be the curve for the catalyst. So that's catalyst, and that's without catalyst. Question number 75 through 77. What is the organic class? So means I have to go for the functional group for organic chemistry. Now the function group here is something more different than carbon and hydrogen, so it's hydroxyl group. Hydroxyl group means it's alcohol, so the class is alcohol. Now the element compound in B, it's organic. Any organic compounds, it should be carbon. It should be carbon. Explain in terms of element why compound B isn't hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means have hydrogen and carbon only, while compound B has hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. So it's not hydrocarbon because it has oxygen, it's in structure. Now, question 78 through 81. The first one. This is an acid. The positive ion is always hydrogen or hydronium ion. We get that in the water because hydrogen ion dissolved in water, giving me hydronium ion. Complete the equation. So he needs a neutralization reaction. So this reaction between sulfuric acid H2SO4 with NOOH, giving me H2O plus Na2SO4 to balance the equation. So I don't know what's missing in the booklet, but this is a neutralization reaction. Okay, based on the graph, determine the volume of NOH used to exactly neutralize HCl. So look here, neutralization point when the peak start to go from the lower to the upper. So it's going to be 25 milli. 25 milli. Now, this is the color of phenolphthalein. So phenolphthalein, when titrated with 50 milli. So I have to go for 50 milli. 50 milli here is giving me pH 12. pH 12 means it's alkaline. pH is 12, and I'm going for phenolphthalein. So what I'm doing, I'm going for the reference sheet for the indicator. Phenolphthalein here. So if it's more than 9, it's going to be pink. So the color is pink. The color is pink. Question number 82 to 85. 82. Explain in terms of nuclides why this reaction represented by nuclear is fission. Fission because I started by one atom and I ended by two nuclide. By two nuclide. So I start one nuclide or one atom and I end by two atoms. It said the number of protons of neodymium 150. So neodymium 150, neodymium 150, 60. So the number of proton equal to 60. Now, number of neutron is 150 minus 60, giving us 90 neutrons. The one of the decay for Gallium 81. So Gallium 81, 32, and it's beta. So emit beta. So means the particles is going to be at the end. Now here is 32 watts plus negative 1 giving me 32, that's 33, and watts plus 0 giving me 81. So I get the element that it's 83. So I go for the reference sheet, the periodic table, looking for watts 33, it's arsenic. So the element is arsenic. The element is arsenic. Now, determine the time required that 18 gram goes for 1 gram. So I started by 16. Half of the 16 is 8, half of the 8 is 4, half of the 4 is 2, half of the 2 is 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 intervals. So 4 t halves. So I said 4 times 7.6. It's going to be, sorry, 30.4 second. Okay, that's the end of that part. Wish you understood. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.